guys, Jill here, and I wanted to show you this album that I made for my niece for her 17th birthday. And I was getting ready to give it to her, and I realized that I hadn't shown it to you. I made it some time ago, but I haven't had a chance to see her to give it to her yet. So, here goes. So, I ended up making this a very plain album. Few reasons. I didn't think this paper called for a lot of stuff being added to it, and lately I've just been more into a simpler, clean and simple look of things. And if I'm going to talk with my niece, and if she wants me to add more stuff to it, then I'll add more stuff to it. So the paper collection that I used is Tim Holtz Correspondence, and I'll have links to everything below in this below this video, as I always do, and on my blog. And the other thing I'm going to link you to is the pattern, because this is a pattern that I bought on Etsy after seeing it here on YouTube. And I have used this pattern as well as another one a lot of times. I've made this book quite a few times. I've used it over the years. And I mean, I don't make it all the time, but I do make it for special occasions. Weddings. I've made it for my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. And I love this one. Now the 6x6 I've made for several friends. She has a lot of really cool albums. This is made by So Much Scrap here on YouTube. And it's SEW space MUCH space scrap. SCRAP. And Caesar's helping us today. He's a very anxious cat. I'm not sure why. So anyway, but I will link you to this exact album. It's called the, I believe, 8x8 Magnolia Way. And Magnolia Way refers to the paper collection she had used at the time, but that's the pattern. So, anyway, let's get into it. So, again, very simple cover. Sorry if he's shaking the camera. I know that's annoying. Okay, so for the cover, I used the same two pieces of paper because the paper pad itself has two of each sheet of paper. And this paper pad had 36 papers, 12 by 12, and I used all but the little sheets in the back. So I went through quite a bit of paper. But I mean, I love when I do that. I killed off a lot of paper. And the spine, I think it's 2 1/4. I modified it a little bit, and I used Kathy Orta's Hidden Hinge binding technique. You can buy, the binding technique doesn't come with the pattern. You can buy it from Etsy, from the same shop, but, okay, Caesar. But I just used Kathy Orta's Hidden Hinge technique. You can just search that on YouTube, and it comes up. Great technique. I've used it since I found it, and it's just neat. It's tidy. I love it. And then I just bound it with this paper, and so here's what it looks like from the side. And I didn't get a big, claw, jaw, whatever you want to call it, where it just, fans out like that. And I could have put something around it. Again, I went very simple. So then when we open the book, the first page, and it's hasn't been open much lately. It's this, again, very similar to this is a hidden hinge right here. So I just added, from the pattern, added this little book. And she, suggests decorative edges and has lots of ideas for decorations, which I've done in the past. And then this is a flap. Again, lots of ideas for decorating it. I went very simple. You can look in the past. I have a lot of decorative versions. And here's a simple flap. Oh, and then each page has a pull out. And I accented mine with some gray paper so I could use those 6x6 pages that come in the Tim Holtz papers. But normally you would just add just a regular piece of paper. This one has a magnet, and I added a little decorative piece here. And those are the Tim Holtz, not the right drawer, the Tim Holtz fragment charms. And again, I'll have a link to these below. And I added some glossy accents and a little scrap of the paper to the back of it. And so I made that little hinge piece, and it worked good on the others, but this magnet is not wanting to stick. And it, the little book piece opens up. I love that feature because it's got a little tiny, it's hard to see, but a little tiny hinge there. It's easier to see on the cream versions. This, I did not make good color choices on this page on the front. It's so washed out. But I got all the decorations. There's a ephemera pack. So if she wants, we can decorate this and add flowers, whatever she wants. She's 17, who knows if she wants that. This one has little decorative tags. Again, she went on a trip with her mother last year as her graduation gift. So maybe she's going to want to add the ephemera and the pictures from that trip to this book. Here's a little pocket. She could add some extra pictures. And this has an airmail travel-ish theme to it. And again, each page has that pocket. So. And then this pocket, this part folds out. And I added another one of those little hinges with just a brad. And then there, the cat found something. This page, and then here's another one of those little pockets. And I did modify the pattern because she has two little thinner pockets. And the reason I made my niece this book is every time Reagan comes into my room, she picks up a book I have on my shelf similar to this and looks at it and tells me how much she likes it. Oh, and these are magnetized with mini magnets. You can see how it pulls. Okay, then this is a waterfall feature. Okay. Making up words. So, like in the pattern, she adds lace here, and it's very nice and ornate. And then another one of those pages. And this has a cool telegraph. And one of these, maybe this one, has the full telegraph on it. And that's really cool. This one unties. I'm not going to untie it, but it flips out because I'm getting ready to go over there. This one has two little pockets. And again, I left it big, but this is how the two of the pockets were originally, was these small ones. And then again with the slit down the middle. But I thought I'd leave the look. And there again is the double magnets. I love those magnets. They're Basic Gray magnets, and I know Basic Gray went out of business, so I hope someone continues making those. Here's that flap again, where you lift, and then it's magnetized. You close that, and this pulls up to reveal that pocket, which would be the little half pocket. And I made it the larger one. And isn't that a cool piece of paper with the plain description? Oh my gosh. The plans. Yeah, words. They're difficult. I'll show you the last page. This one just has a tag. I thought she could just shove things in here. And so I kept that simple. Again, I can dress this up if she wants, or simple if she wants. This has a magnet that holds it down. And then this feature, you can't totally see it, but it folds out to reveal this main photo mat. Or again, she can put ephemera, whatever she wants. Or we can put little features in some photos. And there you have it. So, and then again the back cover, the spine. Here's how it looks from the top like I showed, and from the side. I made sure all of these lined up when I put them together. So I'll line those up again. I did use, I won't be able to link this punch from Stampin' Up. I don't think they have it anymore. I know that not in this style, but I'm pretty sure they don't have that punch anymore. But that's the one I used to accent things with. And so that's pretty much it. Like I said, minimal supplies. And some matte medium and some double-sided adhesive were the main things I used on this book. So there's the book. So thank you so much for sticking around. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. And I am so sorry for Caesar's behavior. There he comes. Caesar. And of course he won't come say hi though. Something's getting to him today. Caesar. I think it's the wind. It's been really windy in here in Florida. So anyway, thanks for stopping by and have a great day.